What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince of YouTube, PS Compulsion, signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. And if you guys missed the last episode, you guys missed the NBA draft. So as you guys know, we had the first overall pick and the third overall pick in the NBA draft. With the third overall pick, I chose RJ Barrett. With the first overall pick, I caved to the pressure and I drafted Zion Williamson. Ja Morant did go number 2 to the Memphis Grizzlies. So now we got Zion and RJ Barrett on the squad. And since Zion and Blake Griffin are both at the power forward position, I decided why not explore some trades for Blake Griffin. They're basically the same player, so it made sense exploring trade options for Blake Griffin. But then a lot of you guys started telling me, hey, move Zion to the small forward position and keep Blake Griffin. Oh, why don't you trade for Bradley Beal? Wait, why don't you trade for Andrew Wiggins? Hey, why don't you try and trade for Zach LaVine? So I was like, you know what? I asked you guys on my channel, should I keep Blake Griffin or trade him? 73% of you guys said yes. Trade him now while he has trade value. He's getting older. But then I asked you guys, which lineup looks the most lit? And 48% of you guys wanted a lineup with Markelle Fultz, RJ Barrett, Zion, Blake, and Andre Drummond, which means y'all want me to keep Blake Griffin.
What?
So now the moment of truth is here. Did I accept the trade to trade Blake Griffin to the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine and Joe Ingles? Nope. Did I accept the trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves that would see me swap Blake Griffin for Andrew Wiggins and Jeff Teague? Nope. Did I accept the deal to trade Blake Griffin to the Wizards for Bradley Beal? Nope. The trade that I decided to go with was trading Blake Griffin in a second round pick to the Portland Trail Blazers for CJ McCollum and Evan Turner. Now wait. Before you guys comment in the comment section and crucify me for making this trade for CJ McCollum, I came up with a realistic Blake Griffin trade checklist. Now this checklist gives you guys 6 reasons why this trade that I made was a good trade, and it shows exactly why this trade that I made was realistic. Now let me break it down for you. Now the first point on this checklist is that I didn't want to trade to a team in the East. The second point is that I wanted to trade him to a team where he would fit. Now looking at the Portland Trail Blazers roster, they got Damian Lillard and my son Nurkic on the squad, and then add Blake Griffin to that. They're gonna have a big 3 of Damian Lillard, Blake Griffin, and Nurkic, and all they gotta do is just fill out the rest of the roster spots, and that team is lit. Now the third point in the checklist is that I want to get a player that could get us more offense. Now, if you look at our roster before we made this trade, Blake Griffin in the starting lineup with Andre Drummond, Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, and Markelle Fultz, who is gonna be the knockdown shooter that could create their own shot whenever they feel like it and could shoot the 3 well? Literally none of those players, bro. None of them at all. So it's CJ McCollum. We got a nice shooter on our squad that could knock down a shot. But now, the fourth thing on the checklist is that I could move either RJ Barrett or Zion Williamson to the small forward position. I know a lot of you guys in the comment section wanted me to move Zion to the small forward, but he can't shoot. So I'm going to have literally a team or a starting lineup full of people that can't really shoot that well. So RJ Barrett, moving him to the small forward position, that's lit. The fifth thing on this checklist, well, the fifth and sixth things on this checklist is that we traded for a player younger than 30 years old, and we didn't have to trade for someone with a max contract. Now, this is one thing that really scared me. Blake Griffin is 30 years old, right? CJ McCollum is 27 years old, so we did trade for a younger player, although we did get Evan Turner in the deal. I'll get to him a little bit later, but check this out. The Houston Rockets was offering me CP3, and he's 34 years old, meaning that after the age of 30, a lot of NBA players are normally on the decline, and on top of that, their trade value goes down. So I wanted to trade Blake Griffin right now while he has trade value. So now that the Blake Griffin trade is finally behind us and we can move forward, it's now time for NBA free agency. But before we get to free agency, our cap space is not good at all, bro. We have minus $29 million in free cap space. In other words, we have no cap space. Next season, we're projected to have more than $30 million in free cap space, so that's good. But that means that this offseason, we would not be able to do anything during free agency, which is bad. We won't be able to get at least a good quality 6-man or some better role players to come off the bench. And the sad part is we can't even clear any more cap space during this offseason because Evan Turner, I just traded for him. I have to wait 60 days just to get rid of his huge contract. And if I wanted to waive Evan Turner, if he is not signed to another team in the next 2 days, his entire contract is gonna go against my team for the rest of the season, and I don't want that to happen at all. So we can't get rid of Evan Turner. We can't clear any more cap space, which means we can't get no good free agents at all. We have to go after free agents that want like at least $2 to $5 million contracts or less, minimum contracts. So that sucks. We won't be able to get someone like a Kemba Walker. I know you guys wanted me to get Kemba because we needed like a better point guard. A lot of people don't believe in Markelle Fultz. I'll get to him a little bit later on. But we do have to fill out the rest of our roster, and that means getting some pretty decent role players. And at the end of the free agency moratorium period, we got Danny Green to sign with us on a 1-year deal, and we re-signed Zubac. Also, I got Amir Johnson to come back to the squad because he was going to accept an offer from the Miami Heat. That was not going to happen. You ain't going nowhere, bro. What you think you doing? Nope. That minimum contract that you wanted with the Miami Heat, I matched that. So welcome back to the squad, Amir Johnson. Isaiah Whitehead was going to accept another deal from the Sacramento Kings on a 2-year, $15 million deal. I'm sorry, but I cannot match that contract. As much as I wanted him back on the squad to further develop him, I'm not matching that contract, bro. 2 years, $7 million per year. Nope, not happening. So I did manage to sign Corey Joseph to a 2-year minimum contract. So he's going to be our backup point guard. And then I also signed Ben Moore to a minimum contract. Same thing for my man Luke Cornett. He accepted the qualifying offer. So those were all of our moves during NBA free agency. Low-key moves, didn't do much, but hey, we still managed to pick up a few good players along the way. But during NBA free agency, nothing major happened except DeMarcus Cousins did sign with the Dallas Mavericks, so that team is looking crazy. And then Julius Randle signed a deal with the Los Angeles Lakers to go back to Los Angeles. That right there is crazy. But now it's time to look at the player progression menu, and here's where things kind of went downhill. So out of everybody on our squad, only 2 players increased since last season. Zubac, his rating went down. Markelle Fultz, Corey Joseph, Glenn Robinson, Evan Turner, Danny Green, Amir Johnson, even Kyrie Thomas's stats went down, bro. That's insane. The only 2 players that got a stat increase were Andre Drummond and Ben Moore. Something is not right. There is no way that most of my squad stats went down. That made no sense at all. So I decided to do a little bit of research and look into it. Blake Griffin, his stats went down as well, which is good, by the way. But the same thing happened for a lot of players on his squad. Then I looked at the Warriors player progression, and almost everybody on the Warriors stats went down. Same thing for the Celtics. You mean to tell me that Jason Tatum is on the decline? Same thing for Jaylen Brown? No. And then I looked through the rest of the league, and a lot of the players' stats were going down. Like, it was rare for me to see somebody with actual stat increases. So I looked at the Mygm settings, and the player progression rate was at 25, bro. 25. So I increased it to 50. If you guys want me to increase it a little bit more, let me know in the comment section below. But that's the reason why a lot of player stats went down. That right there is insane. There is no way that Jason Tatum is on the decline. Same thing for a lot of the other players in the league as well. That right there is BS. But looking at our roster after the trade, our starting lineup is lit. Andre Drummond with CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, and Markelle Fultz. Our second unit kind of needs work because, to be honest, our second unit is trash. Our second unit is legit horrible, bro. Horrible. As soon as my starting unit come out of the game, it's over. We're gonna lose. But anyways, quick fun fact. I did try to trade Markelle Fultz after seeing his stats go down. I offered the New York Knicks Markelle Fultz with 2 future first-round picks for Damian Dotson and Dennis Smith Jr. and the Knicks wouldn't even take that trade for Markelle. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when it comes to my point guard position, but Corey Joseph and Markelle Fultz is kinda not cutting it. The rest of the team is lit though. The rest of the team is really lit. I might have to wait till next season's free agency to try to get somebody, or try to strike up a trade maybe sometime during the season. I don't know. But anyways, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought or think. Let me know what you guys think about the CJ McCollum trade. I did break it down for you guys. In my opinion, I feel like it's a really good trade, to be honest. It is really a good trade. We definitely needed more offense on this squad. We already have some good defenders like Danny Green, who we just picked up. Zion is excellent. RJ Barrett is excellent. Andre Drummond as well. So we do have some pretty good defenders on the squad. We just needed some more offense. And to be honest, before the season starts, I might sign a few more offensive players just to make sure that we have some shooting on the squad. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm eager to see you guys' thoughts and opinions. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get crucified for not choosing someone like Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine. But to be honest, the trade that I made was realistic. You guys can't complain and say that I made an unrealistic trade. So just comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Also, should I play the Summer League? I was thinking about skipping it, but I do want to see RJ Barrett and Zion go to work in the Summer League. Let me know if you guys want me to play the Summer League. Well, not most of the games. I'll probably play if we make it to like the playoffs. Probably the finals or the round before the finals. I'll probably do that. But let me know if you guys want to see some Summer League action. Comment. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out. Please don't crucify me. It was a good trade, bro. It was a good trade.